A National Taxi Association strike is underway in several parts of Gauteng. This despite concerns over the impact this may have on school children who are writing their final exams. Commuters were affected in parts of Pretoria, but there was little to no impact in Johannesburg. The drivers delivered a memorandum to the National Transport Department and gave 21 days deadline to meet their demands. The drivers are now marching to the union buildings. The taxi drivers are protesting against the issuing of enforcement tickets that block their professional driving permits and motor discs. Joining us live now is ANN7 reporter Lungani Mguni from the union buildings. A very good afternoon to you, Lungani. You have been there with the taxi strike this whole day. Just give us some information as to regards of the memorandum, and has it been served by the striking taxi association?
Very good afternoon, Stephanie, and a good afternoon to our viewers at home. Stephanie, we are here in the union buildings in Pretoria. We understand that Pretoria has been brought to a standstill since this morning due to the taxi national strike here organized by the National Taxi Alliance. Well, we can say and can confirm that the taxi drivers and the protesters are here at the union buildings about to hand over their memorandum of grievances. Well, there have been a twist to the whole story where the NTA has called Santako, rather, who have not joined their strike, calling them corrupt association, and also people who are pocketing from the government, calling them hypocrites as well. Well, also they are calling for the head of Joe Masangai, who is the Minister of Transport, saying that he has failed them as the taxi industry. Also, now they've just confirmed right now, just behind me, saying that they will not read the memorandum because it is not directed to the Chief Officer of Staff here in the presidency who is collecting it, but it's directed to the President, as he is the one who appoints the ministers, saying that this is Operation Pimpa, telling the President about how Maswanganyi has failed them in the Transport Alliance. Also joining the taxi drivers are meter taxi drivers, who are also concerned about the issue of Uber taxis operating, saying that this puts an end and takes away their bread. Well, we are about to hear what the memorandum entails. Understand that memorandums differ from the one that they delivered to the Department of Transport. It differs from the one that is being delivered here now at the union buildings. We are, however, here listening in and hearing what they are saying. We will be giving updates as the memorandum is being handed over. Just to give you a broader picture, this is what's happening currently behind us. We have just under 3,000 taxi drivers here at the union buildings who have joined, well, which we can call a large contingency of people coming in and taking part on the strike here today. But however, we will be on the ground giving you updates as the protest progresses.
Well, thank you so much to our reporter there, Lungani Mguni, joining us from the taxi strike, where they are about to hand over the memorandum. Now, also joining us for more on this story is Lieutenant Colonel Lungelo Dlamini, SAPS spokesperson from Gauteng. A very good afternoon to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us here on ANN7. Now, just looking at the disruptions in Pretoria and some areas of Johannesburg, can you give us an update as to how the situation is currently?
It is calm at this stage, but early in the morning there were some disruptions, especially in the areas of Mabopane, Soshanguve, as well as Mamelodi. In Soshanguve, there were tires that were burning on the road, but due to the deployment of police officers, they went there quickly, extinguish the fire and allow the traffic to flow, although it was moving slow. In Cullinan, one of the police officers was attacked by two taxi drivers. She was assaulted, and also the police arrested those two suspects. In Mamelodi, there was also an incident where the police officer was trying to control traffic. He was hit by a speeding taxi. He was taken to the hospital, but he has already been discharged. The taxi driver was also arrested in Sinoville. One of the taxi drivers drove on the opposite traffic. He collided with three other vehicles. 4 people were injured, but the taxi driver was also arrested. He will be charged with reckless and accident driving.
Now, just knowing that they are about to hand over the memorandum to the relevant people and they are going to head back, is there any police present on the ground in this matter for the taxis when they head back to make sure that there are no disruptions on the road?
There are deployments in Pretoria and all other areas of Gauteng to make sure that the taxi operators, they don't disrupt traffic. We have also arranged several tow trucks. There are tow trucks who are on standby. Any vehicle that will be used to disrupt traffic, all those vehicles will be towed away and impounded.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the phone line. That is Lieutenant Colonel Lungelo Dlamini, SAPS spokesperson from Gauteng, just giving us an update as to what occurred this morning in the taxi strike, and also just saying that there were some instances of violence against police officers, but that those people